It started on the first Tuesday after I moved in. I had taken a job in Baltimore, the kind of gig you say yes to when you're desperate and out of options. The apartment was in an old pre-war building on the East End 3 stories high, all brick, with creaky bones and crooked hallways. I was in Unit 3B. The rent was suspiciously cheap. The landlord, Mr. Dever, had a hand that trembled when he gave me the key. "Quiet building," he said, not meeting my eye. "People keep to themselves. That's how it stays peaceful." I didn't think much of it then. I just needed somewhere to sleep. The first night was unremarkable. Boxes unpacked, pizza eaten cold, sleep shallow but dreamless. It was the second night when things began to unravel. Around 2:17 a.m., I woke up suddenly. Not to a sound, exactly. More like a shift in pressure. Like when a storm is about to roll in. I sat up, heart racing, scanning the dark. And then I heard it. A whisper. Not a creak, not a pipe groan. A whisper. It came from the wall behind my headboard where the adjacent apartment, 3C, should be. The voice was low, deliberate. I pressed my ear to the wall. "He's in here now, watching." I jolted back. I was fully awake. There was no TV on. No muffled conversation. It sounded like someone standing right on the other side of the wall, whispering directly into the plaster. The next morning, I knocked on the door of 3C. No answer. I asked the woman across the hall, Mrs. Delgado, mid-70s, sharp eyes and sharper judgment, if she knew who lived there. She stared at me longer than necessary. "No one," she said finally. "It's been vacant since last year." I blinked. "Are you sure?" "I heard something last night." She stepped closer. "Best if you don't listen too hard in this place. Some walls remember." That should have been enough for me to pack my things and leave. But of course, I didn't. That night, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was scared, though I was, but because I was curious. I sat up, lights off, staring at the wall. At 2:17 a.m. sharp, the whisper returned. This time, clearer. "Mail." Slight rasp. "It's opening again." Then silence. I leaned closer. A chill swept the room. The bulbs in the hallway flickered for a split second. I felt something, a presence, pass behind me. I bolted up, turned every light on in the apartment, and waited until sunrise. The next day, I begged Dever to check 3C. He hesitated, then gave in, fumbling through his massive key ring. The door to 3C creaked open, and immediately the smell hit us. Damp wood. Dust. Something else like burnt hair. The unit was bare. But not empty. On the far wall was a massive hole about the size of a dinner plate. Clean edges. Fresh. "What the hell?" I muttered, walking toward it. "Don't touch that," Dever snapped. His voice cracked as he backed toward the door. "We had that sealed up. Someone broke it open again." I turned. "What do you mean sealed up?" Dever's face went pale. "This building used to have a dumbwaiter system, connecting all the apartments. Long before my time. Someone got stuck in it. A long time ago. A kid. They say he used to sneak between apartments, stealing little things, trinkets, toys, keys. He cleared his throat. They never found his body. But every now and then, a new hole shows up. Always between 3B and 3C. That night, I moved my bed to the far side of the room. Didn't help. At 2:17, the whisper came again. This time, followed by something worse. Knocking. Soft. Steady. From the wall. Then the voice returned. Closer now, let me see. I ran. I didn't sleep. I stayed in a diner all night, drinking coffee, watching the front door like something might crawl out of it. The waitress, an older black woman named Janice, noticed my state and sat across from me during her break. You look like you've seen something, she said gently. I told her everything. I didn't care if she thought I was crazy. When I mentioned 3C, her expression changed. You said Devers building? She asked. I nodded. She exhaled slowly. That place used to be the McElroy residence. Back in the 40s. The youngest boy Daniel disappeared one night. His mother said she heard whispering in the walls for weeks before it happened. I sat there, speechless. They say he was taken by something old. Something that lives between things. Between walls. Between seconds. Every 3:17 a.m., it slips through, just enough to whisper. Looking for a new body. I corrected her. It's 2:17. She shook her head. No. It's always been 3:17. I blinked. Then checked my phone. It was synced to Wi-Fi. The last 2 nights, I'd woken up at 2:17 a.m. But now I noticed something. My phone was set to Central Time. I lived in Eastern. 3:17 a.m. I ran out of that diner before my coffee cooled. I returned to the building, determined to confront this thing. I was done running. I opened the door to 3C. It was gone. The hole was gone. No sign of the rot. The room was spotless. The air smelled like lemons. I turned to leave. And saw my reflection in the hallway mirror. Except, it didn't blink when I did. I left that day. Moved states. Changed my number. I don't even tell people my real last name anymore. But some nights, when I stay in old hotels or quiet apartments, I wake up at 3:17. And I hear it. The whisper. Right behind the drywall. I found you again.